Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, Judean's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing my first video for this week leading up to the series finale of The Walking Dead. This one is going to be doing our final ever death predictions for The Walking Dead series. We're going to predict who do we think is going to die in the series finale of The Walking Dead. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we are here to do our death predictions video for the series finale of The Walking Dead. This one is episode 24, titled Rest in Peace. So, given the title, I think this video makes a lot of freaking sense. Yeah, if you have not watched the videos over the last, 24 hours, we did our review for the penultimate episode, and we did our predictions video for the series finale. But we did our predictions for the finale, but now I want to actually go in depth with the death predictions and talk about who do I think is going to die and who do I think is not going to make it out of the end of The Walking Dead. So let's just be honest here, right? Let's just, kind of say, I would say the most obvious thing that anybody would probably want to talk about at the beginning of this video, which is, yes, Season 11 has been very light on character deaths. Absolutely. And I think a lot of us can kind of agree on that, we have not had any major character deaths from our group. We had Alden back in 11B, which was kind of a death. I mean, I wasn't like too attached to that character, but again, that's just my opinion. But I feel like they've really only been killing villains, They haven't really been killing a lot of the people from our side. Now, I thought they were going to do that with Lydia in episode 23, but we didn't quite get there. And, we had Judith now, who her life is hanging in the balance. So someone's going to die in this finale. Now it's time to figure out who exactly that's going to be, or at least the people that could die in the episode, because we could get more than one death for sure. But the unfortunate thing about doing a death predictions video like this, and I'm going to get these characters out of the way, is we know Daryl, Maggie, Negan, and Carol are safe. Yes, Carol is not going to be in the Daryl Dixon spinoff, but Melissa McBride has confirmed that she would love to come back one day and still do something with the Daryl character, and the Daryl and Carol story is far from over. They've already confirmed that. So those characters are very much safe. Now, after that, the biggest one I think we're going to always, be thinking of right now for these next 2 weeks is Judith, right? Is Judith going to survive? Now, I've heard a lot of comments of people kind of upset because they don't want Judith to die. They don't want to have her be killed off. And I honestly do not think, guys, that you guys have to worry. I don't think Judith is going to die because we still have to see, I don't think it'll be in the series finale, but at least at some point, we need to see the reunion between Rick and Judith. I demand to see Rick have a scene where he sees Judith growing up the way she is. That has to happen. And I highly doubt that they would rob us from that, to be honest. And if they did, then we'd be dealing with another Carl situation. Not as bad because you're ending a show, but the fact that Rick would never get to see Judith again would make no sense. So, I don't know. I think that Judith will survive. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, well, it's not looking good. I think Judith will be okay. I will. I'll say that. Now, Rosita is another one in the promo that they continue to show as she's like jumping building to building, and you've got the zombie herd in between. And she's got Coco there, and she's jumping, and she tries to get to Gabriel and Eugene, but it looks like she just narrowly gets over, and the zombies are, like, grabbing at her feet, right? So, will Rosita survive in this one? I think she will. I think it is too obvious that Rosita would die. Now, I'm about to say something pretty freaking messed up, honestly, and I hate to say this, but I wouldn't be surprised if The Walking Dead pulled this, because it is the series finale. I wouldn't be surprised if Rosita lost Coco. I would not be surprised. I know that sounds like a very out there prediction, but I wouldn't be surprised in that scene when she jumps over, because she has Coco with her. And I don't see Coco anywhere around her when she's hanging off that thing. So, and she's not going to leave Coco, right? So, unless she gives Coco to someone else or something happens there, I am a little concerned for the Coco, the baby, which I can't even believe I'm saying that, but I don't know what it is. I hope they don't do that. That would be really messed up if they went that route, but I'm not saying it's impossible. That one's a maybe. But Rosita herself, I think, will be alive. I think she will survive. I don't think Rosita will die. I don't think they'll kill Rosita. And I think it's way too obvious in the promo. I mean, most of the promo literally focuses on that scene. Like, they're not going to do that. Now, I will say my big prediction for this episode, and it's one that I think does mean a lot at the end of last episode, is Jerry. I think Jerry is going to die in this episode. I think him saying piece of cobbler and, you know, going out there and trying to find everybody and stuff, yeah, I think Jerry will be a goner in this episode, and I think they're going to break our hearts with that one, to be honest. That one definitely is one I could see them doing. So I am going to put Jerry as a death prediction for this episode. Now, in terms of Aaron, I don't think Aaron's going to die. I've been thinking it for a while, and I'm just kind of at a point now where I think that he's just going to survive the show because he's in the series finale, and I've been predicting his death for a long time. I don't really see him dying at this point, to be honest. Now, another one that I definitely think is going to survive is Lydia, because they didn't chop off her arm just for her to die, and they also cliffhangered it, so I think Lydia will survive as well too. Now, I could see a scenario where they kill off Elijah. I could see Elijah dying, so I'll probably throw him on in there. And in terms of Magna's group, now, we do have Magna, which I think, I mean, Magna, here's the thing about her, is that she hasn't had all that much screen time, so to kill her off would be a bit whatever, so I tend to think she's just going to survive at this point. I could see a scenario where Kelly dies. I could see that, to further, you know, Connie or whatever. That would be pretty insane. I think Kelly could definitely bite the bullet in this episode. That's one I could definitely see dying. Connie, I think, is going to survive. I don't think, you know, her bond with Daryl and stuff, it's way too good for them to kill her off. Although Daryl is going to France, so who knows. But Yumiko, I think, will survive. If anything, I think she'll be one of the main leaders of the Commonwealth when this is over. And, yeah, I think Luke will survive. Jules, I think, could be one that dies, though. I think they could kill Jules for, like, a tragic Luke moment. So I'm going to throw Jules in there as well, too. I could see her dying in the zombie herd, for sure. Now, Father Gabriel and Eugene. Now, these two right here, man, I feel like one of them's dying, and I think it's going to be Gabriel, to be honest. Because, here's the thing. Eugene, I just don't think they're going to kill at this point. They've made his death way too obvious. Father Gabriel, man, I really could see a scenario where everybody's been thinking he's going to die. He finally makes it to the finale. They're focusing on Rosita and how she could die, and she's totally fine, but Father Gabriel goes down fighting. I really could see a heroic, and it better be heroic too, because Gabriel is one of my all-time favorite characters in The Walking Dead. He is one of the big ones right now I'm scared for in this finale. I really am, because they're only showing him very little, but that could mean a bad thing, to be honest. That could mean a really bad thing. So, especially like a zombie herd fight, he's hanging out the window trying to get Rosita up there. I feel like I could see a scenario where he even dies for Rosita, you know? That would be pretty crazy. But I just love Gabriel's arc, you know? Like, seeing how Gimple's doing all these spinoffs. Like, you know, a lot of people want to see a Daryl spinoff. A lot of people want to see a this spinoff or whatever. And Gimple's doing all these spinoffs. A Gabriel spinoff, I wish, could happen, you know? Like, I wish he would survive this episode. He could get a spinoff, right? Because honestly, if you're going to go nuts and do a whole bunch of spinoffs, you may as well do one on the man himself. Father Gabriel is an absolute G. That's why I call him Father G, right? So, yeah, he's amazing. But I think Gabriel is one that we have to look out for in this finale. I do. I really, really do. And Eugene, I think, is safe, though. Like I said, I think Eugene will survive. I don't think he's going to die. Now, our big villain of this episode, Pamela. Yeah, Pamela, I think, should die. She should definitely die. I really don't see a scenario why she could survive. That would be pretty freaking stupid. I think she'll try to cower and kind of save her own ass, but I think someone's going to kill her, though. I think that definitely is what's going to happen. And that should be pretty crazy. Now, Mercer's locked up, although I don't think Mercer's going to die. I think Mercer's had way too much development to die. Same with Princess. I think Princess and Mercer will get a happy ending at the end of this, which, you know, is nice. I think that'll be really good. Tommy from the Commonwealth as well, too. I think he's one where, you know, he could die in battle. I could definitely see that, although I feel like he may just survive at this point. I am going to go with just, I think he's safe. If anything, I could even see him being the one to save Judith's life as well, too. But, yeah. Now, we also have King Ezekiel. King Ezekiel is a big one that they've been focusing on lately. Unfortunately, Kari Payton has kind of come out there and said, I would love to do an Ezekiel spinoff one day. So I'm like, well, yeah, you're off this death prediction, so, yeah, no. But Yeah, I don't think Ezekiel would die. I don't think they would kill off Ezekiel anyway, but yeah. Now, the big one as well, too, that we have also had that we've kind of been wondering about lately is Annie. I think Annie will survive at this point because she didn't die in 23, and now I feel like they are going to set up Dead City. And I don't feel like we have time right now to be killing off Annie in the series finale. I really don't. I don't think we have the time to be killing off, like, no offense to Annie, but she's a newcomer, and I don't think we have the time to be, like, messing around with that in the series finale. So I think Annie will probably either be taken away from Negan or something will happen, and that'll influence the Dead City spinoff. Is Negan trying to find Annie, and maybe even Maggie trying to find Herschel, right? That could definitely be it. So, yeah, and, you know, the rest of the characters I'm not even going to mention, because aside from that, I don't think we're going to get many other deaths, you know, but these are the big ones that I'm saying for the finale. Pamela, Jerry, I think will definitely die. Elijah, possibly Gabriel, possibly. That one's a big one I'm worried about right now. And I think, you know, aside from that, like, it'll be minimal deaths, you know. Any others that I really haven't mentioned in this video is because I don't think they're going to die, simply. But those are the big players I'm seeing right now. I don't think Judith is dead. I don't think Rosita's dead. I think those two are way too obvious. But Jerry, Gabriel, Pamela, yeah, you know what I mean? I think those are the ones we got to look out for the series finale. So, either way, I will say, though, this episode's called Rest in Peace, Walking Dead, so you better be killing off characters. And, yeah, it should be a big episode for sure. It's the series finale. They're going to kill characters. I almost guarantee it at this point. But I think it's going to be the characters that they're not so much focusing on in the promo that are going to, you know, that are going to die. That's how they're going to throw us off. But anyway, now I want to hear from you guys. Some death predictions down below. How do you feel about all these characters? Do you think Rosita will die? Do you think Judith will die? Do you think Pamela will end up being killed off? Let me know. And that is it for this video, guys. So, of course, guys, if you like this video and you're new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories, walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories.